it breaks it down. Apparently, number one checked the most with mail, then Instagram, then that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's right. But if you went back 20 years ago, you might find out that you were watching TV. You know, before the phone, you know, first you was television on. It's always on. So, but it also has to show you how many times you check your phone. It is frightening to see the statistics. Anyway, so it's John in Westchester. He's on.
Yes, how you doing, Mel?
Good.
Good. Listen, I'm not sure if anybody brought this up, but I was listening to you here. They split up and they went into that door. Okay? Gigi just come out. He turns white. The attack happened 6 weeks earlier, so she has no problem walking up to him and saying hello. Now, conveniently, they her and her mom split up. Now, her mom Wait, but that's big. That doesn't make sense.
You're right. The whole thing just sounds a little screwy. Let's go to Pat. Hey, Pat.
Hi, Mark. How are you doing? Okay, so you were talking about New Jersey and the Democrats in New Jersey. But we need Democrats in New Jersey because the taxes are needed to maintain the infrastructure as such.
Wait. First of all, that's not correct. It's just the opposite. The more you tax, the less revenue you get for the government. In every case, you get more taxes. But you have all the money in the world to do something infrastructure 100 times over. Waste all the money.
What you're saying is true, my dear. And I'm not...
Name a case where taxes got lowered and revenue went down.
Mark, what you're saying sounds...
I keep repeating my name, but again, name a case in history where taxes were lowered and revenue went down. Name a case.
Wait a minute. Taxes lowered... But in terms of economics, that's the way it is. However, Mark, thank you so much.
Much better. We got to hide to make a case for raise taxes in New Jersey. Yeah, but in every case, Reagan doubled into the federal government. This will get no coverage at all. Zero coverage, but Donald Trump set the all-time record for revenue in the federal government. Highest numbers ever existed. Again, it's hard to explain, but if you study the Lambert curve, if you lower taxes, more people come into the system, the economy grows, it generates more revenue. We got to remember raise taxes to a certain point, just doing 20. New Jersey does this in a study. The higher taxes cost the state close to $17 billion in companies and people that left the state in revenue loss. Anyway, when we come back, you'll be with the Talbot, this great actor, Barney Miller, and stuff coming up next. 710 WOR. Let's get the latest news. Here's Joe Barber.
Mark, the FBI continues to interview potential witnesses in the investigation of sexual misconduct allegations against Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Among those is Mark Jones and Christy Rockford plans to open the room during Kavanaugh's alleged attacks and attorney for the FBI has European Union violation of budget deficit restrictions are being bandied about, and that's created tension between Italy and the broader EU. And has put European markets down sharply where they have to off their load. Hong Kong trading lower by more than 2% last night, while China was closed for a national holiday, so we did not see any spillover effect there.
Lung Duck Dong. Lung Duck Dong was one of the characters, and he was like a Chinese, I guess, exchange student or something, and nobody could understand him. But then, you know, the big girl took a liking to him, and Lung Duck Dong was, and he was up in the tree, and he was drunk, and I don't know, if Clarence Thomas went into the office and talked about Lung Duck Dong to Anita Hill, I guess that he would be unfit to serve at the Supreme Court. Because that's it. But Bill Clinton raped Juanita Broaddrick, and Ted Kennedy killed Mary Jo Kopechne. And all that's okay. But that's okay. And look, shifting standards, this is something that the left loves to do too. They love to take people's behavior from the 1980s and apply the sensibilities, if you could call them that, of 2018 to behavior in 1982. Another way they like to do the same thing. They like to pretend that if you're a Civil War historian, you engage in reenactments of Civil War battles, and you think that Civil War monuments should stand. And they pretend that you support slavery or something, right? And of course, nobody would hold you today to the standards that you were held to in 1860, right? You know, when the Democrats were fighting to keep their slaves, and that 3/5 of a person Democrat scheme that the Democrats came up with, and all of that. But they love to think, well, how dare you behave in 1982 as everyone behaved in 1982. You went to parties and red solo cup. I mean, what are you, Saudi Arabia? Does the Democrat Party become the religious police in Riyadh, going around slapping women with sticks for not dressing appropriately? Because they've become these gold, Hallmark, Marjorie Maid, Margaret Dumont, these people that pretend to be liberals. Remember when they used to be the liberals that question authority and keep an open mind and all of that? That's the opposite of what they are. That's the so often the case. The BBC reporting out of Great Britain, I've got to get back to the audio here. Victoria BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, clapping your hands. Clapping has been banned at University of Manchester's union event to avoid triggering anxiety and improve accessibility. Students are instead encouraged to use jazz hands to express their support. You know what that is? It's called spaz hands. It's spaz hands. You're supposed to look like you're mentally impaired by going like this with your hands, like you're some kind of a mental case. They ban clapping. Well, we're in big trouble. You know, the Chinese are going to roll over us in a generation or so, and we're all going to be slaves. Please clap. Please clap. Get this. Please clap. Clapping has been banned. It's not the first time. There have been these left-wing gatherings before where they ban clapping because it might trigger, you know, I'll bet it would trigger Dr. Christine Ford. Look at her. She's brittle and fragile. And I think if people started clapping, she might have a mental breakdown, like this Georgetown University professor who's apparently had a mental breakdown. I hope to run into her. I'm going to go down to Georgetown and have lunch today, and I'm going to look for this racist professor. What's her name? Look at her. She looks like a horror story. Good job. Dr. Christine Fair, that's her name. Kind of like Dr. Christine Ford, but different. Band clapping, jazz hands only. Clap on, clap on, clap on. They're triggered by that commercial. A lot of triggering done. They're triggered. You know, that week,
she's on the ground.
Go away.
She's rolling on the ground.
Stop by, because we're men over here. Manly, musky, masculine men. We lift things. We shoot guns. We grill meat. We drink whiskey. We love being men. And we're sick of you little...
And we drink beer.
So shut up and go away before I punch you in the nose. How about that?
I just want to say to the men of this country, just shut up and step out.
You shut up.
Do the right thing.
You do the right thing. Go away. You just quit your job and go away. Enough. People are nuts. I'm not going to punch anybody in the nose. What a ridiculous country the Democrats have made us into. I'm embarrassed for you people. What's the matter with you? You've lost the ability to reason. You've lost the ability to behave as adults behave. You're ridiculous people. You're a mockery of human beings and adults. Let's get back to the lunatic over here, talking to the Willow Bay impersonator. This is the gang rape victim, she says, and as one of our callers pointed out, I think it was Andrew, she was smiling and she was, kind of happy to be doing a television interview about her alleged gang rape, and she told a creepy porn lawyer in an alleged sworn affidavit, allegedly, that she saw Brett Kavanaugh putting Quaaludes in the punch, and so many Quaaludes that in the punch it became so dense, it was viscous with Quaaludes. And when the girls drank them, and only the girls drank them apparently, except now she's telling about Brett Kavanaugh drinking a red Solo. They're all standing around with red Solo cups, and apparently it only affected certain people, and it's magic. They're magic Quaaludes, it's magic punch. Kate Snow continued probing ahead. You want to go to the next one? Oh, the punch? You want to play the punch one? You like the punch one? Let's play the punch one again.
Did you see Brett Kavanaugh, spiking the punch? I saw him giving red Solo cups to quite a few girls during that time frame, and then was punch at those parties. And
Come on, man.
I would not take one of those glasses from Brett Kavanaugh, excuse me. I saw him around the punch. I won't say bowl, or the punch container. I don't know what he did, but I saw him by them.
All right, Your Honor, I move for a summary judgment and a dismissal. Can we all go home
Got
now?
a couple of returns.
Yes, we can all go home.
One empty pallet.
Kangaroo court. That we can hold up. And this is the Kavanaugh Kangaroo Court. That's 3K, because the Democrats are doing it, and they gave us the KKK. The Democrats did. Let's go back to number 9, Kate Snow, talking to Swetnick, who made some outrageous claims, but last night reeled them all back in. Now he's like the politest guy at the party. He's handing out red Solo cups and standing around talking to his friends.
Are there friends who remember these parties too, or remember? Oh, I think everybody in the county remembers these parties. We haven't heard from those friends, so I'm asking, are there people alive today? I got those parties. Yes, there are people that know about those parties.
Yeah, the whole county, everybody, and Kate Snow is like, well, we tried to find anybody. We set up flares. We've done like banners over Bethesda from Cessna Airplane saying, please call NBC News if you have anything bad to say about Brett Kavanaugh, because we won't check it out, we'll just report it. It continues.
This morning, Swetnick provided 4 names of friends who said that went to the parties with her. One of them said she did not recall a Julie Swetnick. Another of the friends claimed is deceased.
What?
Reached out to the other 2 and haven't heard back.
All right, well, it sounds like you locked it up then. Pretty good. He can't serve on the Supreme Court. All right, look, the entirety of the news video, which is an appendage of the Democratic Party, is doing everything they can to destroy Brett Kavanaugh's candidacy. And this is what they're down to. Talk about the dregs. They're down to, well, I know I said that he was putting giant buckets of Quaaludes in the punch and then gang raping girls all over the place. But now that I'm on camera, what I can say is he was handing people cups politely and he was talking to his friends. All right, okay. Well, that's what you've got. Now, on the other hand, not being NBC, Fox News also sought an interview and found him. And the interview is with the ex-boyfriend of Swetnick. And Swetnick's ex-boyfriend, Richard, is Vinnicci. Vinnicci, I'm going with Vinnicci. Or Vinnicci, but it's probably Vinnicci. Richard Vinnicci was on the Fox News channel last night talking to Laura Ingraham about his ex-girlfriend, who was on NBC, said that she saw Brett Kavanaugh giving red Solo cups to girls at a party. What did Richard Vinnicci have to say about his ex-girlfriend?
She was always going to be the sense of attention, and so she always went to do something major, she was going to impress me with everything. She basically was telling me that she was exaggerating everything. If anybody knows Julie and the person I know because I live with her, and everything that came out of her mouth was just exaggeration, and she never mentioned that to me at all, and it's something that I was very surprised to hear this. Actually, I was very surprised to actually see her making these accusations because she had never ever mentioned that to me at all.
I want to just pause on NBC. It was a very good interview. It was very strong, very convincing, very compelling. NBC couldn't corroborate any of it, and they went with it anyway. The New Yorker couldn't corroborate any of the weenie wagging at Yale, and they went with it anyway. The New York Times, to their credit, investigated the weenie wagging at Yale, said that the woman's story was so inconsistent that even they, the sleazy, Allie Watkins New York Times, will sleep with you for scoop journalism, they wouldn't go with it. Richard Vennicky, ex-boyfriend of ex-girlfriend Julie Swetnick.
For any minor issues that we had, she will always get into my face. And the first time I experienced that, it was like, oh my God, this is incredible. She would get right in my face and she would say, hit me, Richard, hit me.
Hit me.
And then she would say something like, remember what happened to my ex-boyfriend? And I would just walk away.
Remember what happened to my ex-boyfriend? Her ex-boyfriend was John F. Kennedy, I think. I'm not sure. Look what happened to him. She'd say, hit me, lift my stocking, lift my stocking. She would say.
Right after I broke up with her, she basically called me many times, and at one point she basically said, you will never, ever see your unborn child alive, and I wanted to, I'm just going to go over there, I want to kill you guys.
She said she was going to kill you?
Yes, and that really scared me a little bit.
I don't know why that would be a problem at all. I think that you're allowed to do that if you're a woman, especially a privileged white woman from the suburbs of Washington. Also, this woman, Julie Swetnick, and that's it for Vintage. There's one more Vintage. I don't want to sell him short. Richard Vintage.
We talked about law school. She was like, I don't know, she was obsessed about law school. She was trying to, at one point, I remember she told me that she was filing a lawsuit against, harassing lawsuit against American Airlines.
Yeah, lawsuits against everybody. She also has had all kinds of problems in her past, little, checkered past with employers and accusations of sexual impropriety and lawsuits and being fired and the woman should be laughed off of the stage and out of the conversation. But then the New York Times found the story about throwing a cup of ice on somebody in college, and they wondered, is that on the front page? I think that's the front page story for the New York Times. Got to be a front page story because in college, Brett Kavanaugh was with a friend, I'm going to get into this, who played basketball at Yale, ended up playing in the NBA, his buddy, and they were at a bar, imagine that, in college, while attending Yale and getting Cracker Jack grades. And somebody cuffed at him, and apparently during the course of a tussle, and that's about all it was, Brett Kavanaugh threw a cup of ice on someone, but the New York Times on someone who 35 years later said, no, it was a beer. And now they're fighting over whether it was a beer or ice, but the police report said it was a cup of ice. That's it, and they think this is disqualified now. Ted Kennedy killed Mary Jo Kopechne. Bill Clinton raped Juanita Broderick and wagged his weenie in the face of Paul Jones, and the Democrats are fine with all of that. But if you're like most people and you see two gas stations side by side, one sells gas for a little less, guess what you do? You go to that one. It makes sense. Every little bit helps. But sometimes we save a few cents here and there while ignoring opportunities to save huge amounts of money, life-changing money. If you switch to Medishare for your health care, it could mean massive savings. The typical savings for a family of four is about $500 a month. Think about what you could do with that money. It's about $506,000 a year. That's significant money. And people love it because it works. Medishare is believers who share each other's health care costs. There are about 400,000 members of Medishare, and it's growing like crazy. Right
find out how much you could save and why Medicare is so popular, just go to Medicare.com or call 855-40-BIBLE. 855
Tell one empty pallet. I can use it in there.
Julie Wetness is the center of attention. NBC interviewers, they couldn't verify anything, so they decided to go with the story. Just like the New Yorker, completely unverified, unverifiable, patently absurd on its face. And they went with it anyway, because, you know, they're part of the resistance. This is the Democrat Party. The effective part of the Democrat Party is the media. You're listening to the Chris Plant Show.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I had a lot of credit card debt and I couldn't pay my bills. I was feeling so bad. I got to a point where I needed some help. So I reached out and contacted Trinity.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-383-0687 to talk to a certified counselor.
They were able to take all of my different payments and put them all together.
Trinity will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, put a stop to late fees and over-limit charges, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
And they were actually able to work with my creditors. I've been able to pay off close to $15,000 in the last 18 months.
If your debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-383-0687.
My name is Steph.